Good morning, everybody. It's Monday, the 5th of August, 2024, and therefore it's time for my video recording of the week. Let's see what's happening. Over the last week, I've been doing some really good work, I think, on earnings announcements. In my early training 20 years ago, 20 odd years ago now, it was one of the factors that was always mentioned, the really important, do not trade entering new stocks when the earnings announcement are due within a week or two. So I'm reviving that. I think it's actually really important. So we'll have a look at it in this edition. And just to recap on my short list for watch list generation, hasn't changed a lot, but I have changed something again this week slightly. First of all, I update my long list. I simply take value line and look for the stocks that are a 1, 2, or 3 score for timeliness, a 1, 2, or 3 score for safety, at least a B plus for financial strength, and I'm using a current price of less than $120. I've always been taught and told that as you go up the price range, the percentage of premium that we get goes down. So I'm going to check that out. But for the moment, I'm leaving that cap on at $120. Now, I had moved it slightly. I'd taken the safety score down to only 1 or 2 to reduce the number of stocks that I'm looking at. But I've actually increased it back to 3 because this week I actually needed more opportunities. So putting the value lines stuff through that gets about 170 stocks at the moment. I then use the charts. The charts then eliminate the vast majority of stocks. This week was a little bit different. At the weekend, I found an awful lot of stocks that are pretty close to being ready to go, but that are still falling. We get a bit of a pullback going on, which is great news. I need a pullback to find new stocks to enter at best prices. So I'm really pleased with that. I'm not worried in the longer term because I'm sure that I agree with Warren Buffett. I am not going to bet against the American economy. And also, I know that come September, we're probably going to have interest rate reductions, and that will get us moving again. So we have a window of opportunity here, but at the moment, too many. So my list this week is going to be the best stocks, but stocks that we're still waiting for a reverse J pattern to appear. So once I got down to the stocks by eliminating the chart, the ones with poor charts, next thing I've done is eliminate those that have got earnings announcement dates within the next couple of weeks. So I've done that. Then I went to the full analysis, and we'll see where that's got us. So let's move on. Last week, we only had 6 short-term trades due to expire on the Friday, and of those, 5 expired without being put, which has kept the premium. That's the whole point of them. Very good. Thank you very much. The one that was an exception was Nike in one of the clubs, and that I just moved forward and down for a credit. And because volatility was high last week, the credit I got was actually as good as the original premium in the short-term trade that I'd done. So I'm pretty happy with that. That went well. Okay, so here is really the results of my analysis for this week. So this is a summary. In each of these cases, and in a lot more, I went through the whole evaluation process. This is just a summary of it. And so these are the stocks that came out as having good scores all round. They don't have imminent earnings announcements, and they have reasonable forecasts for increases. A little exception there, DAR in the middle. I've highlighted 64.7. That's because it is the long-term debt divided by the capitalization, and I'm normally looking for a maximum of 50%, and this is 64.7. So I'm highlighting it. It's not the end of the world, I don't think, but there we go. I've also highlighted some of the mid-price forecasts. So I'm looking at the mid 18-month and the high 18-month. and some of them are a bit low, but to be honest, I don't hold that much credence in them anyway. I'd rather look at the charts and see where I think they can get to and know that it's a very good quality stock. Now, I went a step further and I looked at the expiration dates and the premiums available and the amount of stock buying power. So in the bottom little section there, you've got LTSBP. That stands for long-term stock buying power. And in the first, well, I need to go probably the second example there, LW. So for the long term, 2,633 is the stock buying power that it uses. However, on a short-term trade, this one was a bit higher, 2,995. That's actually unusual. It's usually the other way around. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if I checked that. It might be a bit of an error. So that's a good thing about these short-term trades. They use less stock buying power. Now, in some cases, the long-term trade, that's where I want to own the stock and use it to generate future income. I could do that. There were expiration dates and premiums that were worth doing, but in some of those cases, there was nothing below the current price to get a premium at. Perhaps there were $5 strike intervals, perhaps there just wasn't anything there. So you'll see in some cases, I've got lined up long-term trades, and in others, I've got long-term trades and short-term trades. And that's what I'll be using to guide what I'm doing. Now, but just another word of caution. Things are very volatile at the moment. So even me, firstly, I'll be waiting for those reverse J's. But secondly, the things that change on these reports, so that's the timeliness score, the safety score, and the financial strength score, not to mention the stock buying power and the premiums, I'll be checking those in every case before I actually place any trades. And of course, I'll be looking carefully at the charts and indicators. But I'm quite pleased so far with the outcome. Okay, just want to give a little shout out to the Young Stars Investment Club. Kids have a fantastic opportunity, far better than us. I mean, how long I've got left in the market, who knows? But my grandchildren have got 40 to 60 years during which they can build a portfolio, use a pension, or whatever they're going to do with it. Because of that, they can start with very little money. Now, the kids can't actually join. The adults have to join on their behalf. And we'll limit everybody who joins the Young Stars Club to just £500. So all the kids are in. They each have £500 that goes in. And there are no fees from TICN or myself on any of this. And there are no fees for kids who attend the training either. Obviously, they may need to be accompanied by an adult. So if you're interested in putting some of your kids, your grandkids, or other kids into the Young Stars Club, you'll find more details at myinvestmentclub.co.uk or just get in touch with me. And there will be people watching this. It's published on YouTube who are not in any of the clubs. If you want to find out more about what we're doing, then again, myinvestmentclub.co.uk. You can join us and put in as little as £100 a month. You can put in 100,000. You can put in 1 million. It's no problem. You'll get the same percentage return. You get the same attention. We'll take just as good care from you. If you want to find out more, again, you can come to one of our monthly meetings, which are held by Zoom, or you can join the WhatsApp group of any of the clubs and speak to the members, perhaps lasso a few out so you're not speaking to them in my presence, and ask them anything you wish. I'm very confident that the answers will be good. Hopefully today we'll be setting a venue for the training event in London. That's the 15th of November to the 17th of November. On the 15th, it's just the Friday evening, so we'll look at some live training. So Saturday, we're going through all of the basics. And on Sunday, we get into the new stuff, and also we'll look deep into options trading. You will actually be able to book each of these as individual events. So if you wanted to come just on the Friday night and get to see how things go, you can book that. If you want to come on the Sunday and just get the new stuff, that's fine too. Or if you're new to it, then I really strongly recommend you should do all 3 days. And just a shout out for the book, still going strong. It gives a good insight into how we trade, but also into how the clubs work. And it's available on Amazon and like 50 other platforms. You can buy it as a paperback, or you can get the audio version. And a lot of people tell me that it's good to do both. Okay, that's it for this week. Thank you very much.